right, all of a sudden it's going to be a hell of a lot tougher for Labor to do everything it was talking about, to deliver on the optimistic message it had at the election campaign, even its push for higher wages. Not so dramatic now. Here's Jim Chalmers again.
Minimum wage workers were in many cases the heroes of the pandemic. They shouldn't be going backwards in this cost of living crisis. It's now more important than ever that we get an outcome out of the Fair Work Commission which goes to the fact that people on the lowest wages in this country are facing skyrocketing costs of living, and they shouldn't be falling further and further behind.
Tony Sheldon, different perspective there in government, as you'd expect, but the harsh reality hitting home. Can Labor deliver on higher real wages for workers?
Look, I think what was spelled out very clearly leading into the election and for many, many weeks beforehand, and that is that, this, for example, the Secure Jobs Summit we're going to be doing with industry, but also critically commitments about putting secure employment in the heart of the Industrial Relations Act, the Workplace Relations Act. Those sorts of changes make a big difference to making sure people get a proper opportunity to earn a good income. And even such things as pay gender equity is also very fundamentally critical to the imbalance on the wage gap between men and women. And then, of course, the commitment to support increases for the aged care sector. They are real changes and differences that come into place. And I could mention again, of course, in the pay equity question for gender pay equity, having non-disclosure clauses for the more well-paid in communities where surprise, surprise, quite often it's men that are getting paid, and more regularly it's men getting paid substantially higher than women doing the exact same job. Things like same job, same pay, where the labour hire rule, where companies have got people doing the exact same job for the exact same company, working beside somebody who's doing the exact same work at the work site, getting paid less because they work for a labour hire company. When those sorts of things do make important changes to the economy, and of course there is this, Anthony Albanese has made it very clear, and that is that there is a very strong commitment to the increase of 5.1%, that we have seen wages decline. We've seen wages decline by 2.7% in this last year. We've seen that real people's capacity to look after their families has declined. At the same time, profits have gone up over 21%. And I'm not complaining about that. I'm not complaining about profits going up, mate. Far from it. No. I'm a strong supporter of the free market system. But what I do have concern about, and that is that the system's broken because it's actually not working.
Yeah, the challenge is to get those real wages up. That's the point, and that's the commitment, and we shall see. And thanks so much for joining us, Tony.
Thanks for your time, Chris. I really appreciate it, mate, and I'll see you again soon.